I am never wanting that answer. We've gone through this in college. Speaking of things we've gone through in college, hi, welcome to Basements and Besties. I don't know how to transition anymore.
Well, welcome to Basements and Besties. We are the basement. This is the basement, and you're the besties.
We are.
Yeah.
But the show is called
Basements and Besties.
No. Basements and Besties, the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. We're Basements and Besties, but the show's called the Dark Lanterns. See, this is why Will does it.
That's
this is why Will does it.
Whatever.
Alright, we're going to do that. Hi, we're Basements and Besties. I'm Will, Tramp, also known as This F and GM. I am going to be the narrator for tonight's session of the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. We are playing Ian Publishing's Level Up A5E game, and we are very excited to be here. False applause! Woo! Before we start the show tonight, there are a couple of announcements that we need to make. I believe that you had an announcement that you need to make, Connor.
Hello. Around this time, registration for NocCon, a local Kansas City anime convention, should be open. So register for that. We would love to see you.
Cool.
Yeah.
We would love to see you.
We would love to see. We
isn't like NocCon.
I know. I'll be there.
We as an
actually,
we as a people.
Yes,
yeah.
We would love
Kansas City would love to see you.
Kansas City would love to see you. If you're already in Kansas City, hey, there you go. I also have some news. I have been invited to a convention called the D8 Summit Charity Convention, held in Dixon, Illinois, on April 19th through the 21st. I've actually been invited as a special guest, which means that I will be running games for people, and I really hope that some of you, if you're watching, I hope that you come by that convention, because it's a whole charity convention, which is pretty darn cool. All of the proceeds go to help local charities in that area, and also if you come, then you can play some games with me.
You can experience this.
You can experience this, but probably without the cameras, and with me saying a lot more ums.
Yeah.
So, just kidding. I can't say any more ums than I possibly do in these episodes.
Give yourself some credit.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that stated, with that little news section aside, you look like you had something.
No,
to say.
sorry. D8 Summit is a really clever name, is all.
Oh yeah. No, I would agree. Okay, so you should come.
Yeah. Dixon.
No, it's okay. So, all that aside, let's go ahead and start tonight's episode. With every episode that we do, we like to begin it with a question posed to the characters. So tonight's question for your characters is going to be: I want you to imagine a rainy soul day. Maybe there's no work to do. Right, and the vibe's just right. What does your best rainy soul day look like? And for submitting the question, we're going to start off with you.
Hi guys, I'm Connor. I play Colton, a human warlock who made a deal with death, but he did not check the fine terms. A nice rainy soul day for Colton would be popping up on a window, grabbing a nice book, maybe one of his old Castor Galloway novels, or even just one of other fun pulp fiction novels, and just enjoying the sound of the rain and the cool air, maybe getting a mug of ale.
Mug of ale, yeah. Easy when you live above the tavern, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Easy when you own the tavern, you live above
the tavern.
All right, wonderful. We're going to go ahead and hot potato that off over to Cassie.
Hi, I'm Cassie. I play Adelaide Oleander, a human bard whose own story has stepped outside of her Dragonmark house. In the sort of up until maybe recently, her ideal rainy soul day would have been steeping some tea, making some hot soup in bread bowls with her dads, and then breaking out the instruments and actually her and Papa, who we haven't seen, playing and dancing along with Daddy Seamus. So playing music and dancing and spending time with the dads, and occasionally getting Francis even to come over.
Oh, that would be fun. Have they met Francis?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So we will go ahead now, and we're going to switch over to Sarah.
Hi, I am Sarah. I am playing Deidre, a human ranger who is trying to ranger.
You're not a ranger. No.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I must have
Oh,
missed that.
I'm a human rogue trying to find her place in a world without war. Deidre actually likes to hold herself up in her room and take part in a private activity where she
Go on.
Go on.
Listens to the minstrel stylings of Jameson Brown, while everybody else is busy doing their own thing. So.
All right. I like to hold myself up in the room. Okay, awesome. We're gonna bounce over from your love of the Jameson Brown music stylings to Colin.
Hello, I'm Colin. I play Brock, a bugbear berserker who finds life a little dull without an explosion every now and then. So, in the lower wards, rainy days were not something to celebrate. It basically means that you get a lot of like really gross water dripping down the towers to collect where you live. And so I think habitually, Brock probably like wanders around the White Stag looking for like leaks. He's like tapping pipes and stuff, and just every once in a while you'll hear ding ding. Yep. And he'll move to another room.
Before his passing, I almost like to imagine that there were a couple of times where you and Braun McGurty were just wandering around together, like you're just following Braun.
Yeah.
Just like, and I almost imagine you guys aren't even talking.
No, it was totally unspoken.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just yep. Oh, yep. Heavy loss.
I miss Ron McGurty.
We all do. All right, we will end this question with you.
Hello, I'm Dennis. My character is RJ, the Warforged Adept, who is exploring his place in humanity while being dedicated to the defense of Breland. And his rainy soul day favorite thing to do is art. Specifically, it started while it was in the barracks with the other Warforged. And his art's very specific because, as his compatriots have noticed, he's one of the only Warforged to have tattoos because he learned to mix his art with the body modifications. Because in the barracks, in a Warforged barracks, there's not a lot of paper or paint or pencils or anything around. So when he was exploring the concept of the living world and art, he only had his body and then others once they saw what he was doing to test it on. So now the calming thing he does when it's quiet is find somebody to do work on, usually one of his old army buddies if they want something done.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so yeah, that's actually very cool. So so I almost like, do you have any tool proficiencies?
Yes.
What do you have?
I have tinker's tools. I have wood carving tools.
Yeah.
And I have painter's tools.
Yeah, well, it was like the wood carving, because like that you're mostly wood, and like that I imagine that's
So
basically your
he,
tattoo is
he
just
carves
like
in, and if it's a metal one, he etches it in, and then he embeds the paint. And when we do the body modifications that the Warforged can do, it seals it like skin does for living creatures.
right. And I love that. I'm almost now I'm imagining a moment where like you guys walk into like a fancy place, and he discovers fancy molding, and he's like, wait, I can do this
Inspiration.
to houses, and I can do this to homes.
Yeah.
So wonderful, fantastic. Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and start the beginning music because we're going to move into the recap portion. So it is the 27th of Far. Well, it's not the 27th of Far. My apologies. It is the 27th of Larvion. It's Far. It's been a relatively sunny day, a relatively sunny-ish day. But you've spent a lot of your time not really in the upper wards. You began today by jumping into an investigation into some notes that you had found during your chase from the Erlanter Villa. Right. You began with the residence in Franklin Windkeep in Quill Alley. What happened in Quill Alley, Cassie?
So in Quill Alley, we met Franklin, who we realized was basically he was the go-between messenger between what was revealed to be Prince Kells who we knew as Captain Botet, and his sort of sailors, and that they were talking with, or going to talk with, sorry, an artificer named Galinda.
Galinda Garl, yes. Now, Prince Kel, real fast. Prince Kel leads a. Well, first of all, Prince Kel is from out of town. Where is Prince Kel from?
Prince Kel is from the Lazar Principalities.
And who does he lead?
He leads a group of scalawags known as the Grey Tide.
The Grey Tide.
Mostly made up of changelings, I believe, as far as we know.
That's yeah. But I'm saying they're a coalition of changeling sailors, former pirates, but now totally legit. Ever since the Lazar Principalities was recognized by the Court edicts. Now, after Franklin Winkeep, you decided to investigate Galinda Garl. So tell us a little bit about Galinda Garl.
Well, Galinda Garl, she had a little ramshackle kind of home and workshop down at the same dock where Captain Maurice Botet's ship and the circus were holed up.
Yes, that would be the Ship's Towers District, or Ship's Towers District in the Docks Ward.
Yes, Docks Ward. And we approached her with Brock approaching her as, being an artificer, used a very real profession of his to get us in to talk with her, kind of get chatting, tried to get a little information, and unfortunately one thing led to another, and suddenly...
Yeah, one thing did lead to another. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about one thing leading to another one?
There was a nice shiny box.
There's a nice shiny box.
And Deidre wanted to know what was inside said box and decided to open it without checking it for any sort of, preventative measures. And it blew up. Everyone.
Wonderful. Okay. And what happened as a result of that, Dennis?
Well, the whole place went boom to start with. Most of us fell into the water except for Adelaide. Adelaide had faced the artificer basically on its own for a moment while the artificer called on some type of creature to help it. While we swam around trying to get out of the water. Most everybody went one direction towards kind of the dock ladder, while I went and actually found a chest in the middle of the water that had blown up. As we all converged on the artificer who had locked herself into an outhouse building, as we get in, there was a mechanical creature that she had seen to get in that kind of made gave a choice of, well, if you come in, I can come out, or you can go away. And so we ran away, and then it swam away.
I believe it looked like a creature, but we weren't quite certain whether it was alive or not. Some sort of apparatus, some might say, that she escaped in. So you all decided to go. As you could hear the city watch being called, because the docks district, or the docks ward is Ship's Towers is an area that is in fact patrolled by the city watch. You decided to make yourself scarce by hiding out in a local tavern for a little bit. There's a weird little scuffle outside with a large rat, but for the most part, the group, that poor cat. Most of you spent your time. It's not the docks ward. It's Cliffside. This is Cliffside. My brain. I'm trying to remember the ward names. I should put that on my DM screen. That would actually be useful, right? You guys decided to make your plan. Decided to plan out your next steps, and if I'm not mistaken, your next step was to investigate a location by the name of the Terrace Estate. Yes. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Now, what do you know about the Terrace Estate, Colin?
So based on a sealed letter that was within the chest that RJ recovered, we think that the Terrace Estate is a site where Galinda was to deliver some magic weapons. The note inside the chest mentioned a shipment that they were expecting in 2 days' time, although we don't know when the letter was written.
You don't, unfortunately.
And it was signed by somebody named Amerigo.
Amerigo. All right. So, armed with a location and the name of someone, you decide to head to the Terrace Estate. Now, I believe you two, from being from the lower Dura ward, have some had some familiarity
I think we've
with the
at least
Terrace
heard of
Estate.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that? Did I give you the location of it?
I have it written down as on Elsinbull's Lane.
Elsinbull's Lane, and the that would be in the Gate of Gold district. Okay, so we're gonna open up. We will now open the session up with you all entering the my apologies, the Gate of Gold district. So hold on, let me change the music here. I should be much better at this, right? I'll learn how to do music and DJing soon.
You're doing great, buddy.
My friend Daniel, who got me into DJing, would just be laughing at me and very embarrassed. Hi, Daniel. By the way, Daniel watches the show. So.
Hi, Daniel.
Oh, also, hi, Grant. Hi, John.
Hi, Grant. Hi, John.
John mentioned that we don't mention him by name. So all the no. Land. So yeah.
Hi, John Land.
Yeah, hey, John
He
Land.
was a money tree.
What a weird thing to mention.
I remember about John.
I know. Well, he was at a wedding. He's also a friend of ours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Seeing the money
We've
tree
also
is
played
sitting.
games with him.
Yeah, we've also played games with him.
I'm just saying the money tree. I see
He's the
it
tree
every
guy.
day. It's sitting. We still haven't dismantled it. It is
Okay,
sitting there.
some context real fast. The money tree is literally a tree that John and his wife made that has the leaves are $1 bills that were tied on, and it was such a delightful gift. We couldn't take the dollar bills off of that, so it's now in a prominent place of our house where we have our money tree because it's just freaking hilarious but awesome. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I think we lost one bill off of it because one of the kids snapped off.
Snapped it up, but we put it up there as a little
Yeah,
mini
it's
money tree.
they don't get that money.
They don't get that
No,
money.
no, they can. Yeah,
It's sitting up there.
destruct crime doesn't pay, kids.
Trees.
Okay, we're gonna start the episode. You find yourselves standing in the Gate of Gold district. Lower Dura as a ward itself. The two of you are fairly used to this district as you've been raised down here in the slums, but for the rest of you, this probably is somewhat of a culture shock. In Lower Dura, at the base of the towers, the sun does not reach down here. In some of the districts within Lower Dura, you will have a vibrant nightlife and such, but in most areas, the light and people are few and far between, as most people tend to keep to themselves. All that stated, there are many warnings about the type of people who would be out and about on the streets, cut purses and violent criminals and the like. I'm sorry.
Lloyd.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, so
He's not everywhere. Is he?
Violent criminals and the like. The Gate of Gold district is unique in some ways, as it is a entirely residential district. The homes that are built into the sides of the towers here were very obviously once fine residences, mansions, and large estates or personal towers that have over time been retrofitted into tenement apartments. You see, Sharn began in the Gate of Gold. This was the true entrance to Sharn at one point in time. But as the city grew up, the rich went up with it, leaving behind the remnants of their once former district. The Gate of Gold butts up against the edge of the plateau. Sharn is based on these plateaus that are kind of divided out up against the Dagger River, and in between these great fissures, and you can see them on the map.
Yep.
Run like rivers of lava. That kind of form like these rivers of lava that go deep underground, but they are exposed at the bottom of these like deep crevices, and so the districts that are the lower districts that are right up next to it typically are filled with smoke and smog and mist from the constant rainfall that Sharn, being in a tropical climate, tends to get. So there is a scent of burning a burning and smoke in the air, though there is a kind of a mist that sort of crawls along the streets here. The light, there is no sunlight here, and the lanterns are few and far between. Those that aren't smashed give just a little guttural light. The mage writes that take care of so much of the rest of the city do not often come down here. And we know the city watch most certainly doesn't. You can see as you enter the district that there is this massive archway. This massive archway. And you can see it's probably a good like 10 stories high, where it is very large. At one point, before the towers of Sharn came in, this archway should have been able to be seen for quite a distance, welcoming people in the city. And rumor has it that these arches were at one point gilded with gold filigree that would reflect the sun and sort of act as a beacon to those coming to the city. But that gold filigree has long been torn off by the residents or others looking to scrape together a couple of coins at least to make it through the next week. But so there is no more golden gate, just an archway that beyond you can see these cramped, narrow streets and homes, these retrofitted mansions and estates, all sort of jumbled together, it almost feels like you're walking into like a great cavern system with how oppressive it feels. And so as you walk in, you note that that there aren't many people on the streets, and those that there are tend to avoid you all. Although a few seem to kind of look at you with avarice intent. So you're all fairly well armed, you're fairly well armed, and you walk as if you are capable people. So what I would like from all of you is we're going to do a group intimidation check.
I'm sure I still look like Amy the intern as well, because I did that for 8 hours.
Covered in ice, smoke, and blood.
Well, except that we actually said I weirdly didn't, because it was an illusion.
Oh, that's right. Now, how long does that illusion last?
8 hours.
Oh, yeah, then you would still look like the intern. So you're going to have disadvantage on this check, because you made yourself look very unassuming. So, group intimidation check.
Not 20 for a 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
6.
Oof.
20. Not natural.
14.
Natural 1.
Ooh, okay. Cancel. Okay.
Should I use my thing to let you re-roll yours? Or
You didn't.
Okay.
You didn't. The number was announced to me, so as a result, the number was an outlaw. Okay. So, as you enter the gate of Golden and walk through the streets, you notice that while some look at you with avarice intent, and every so often, or maybe at one point you see like a really rough-looking man covered in like scars, kind of take a step towards you, but maybe a friend of theirs or someone kind of just puts their hand on the shoulder and kind of just slinks back into the shadows. They can recognize that you are, for the most part, a group maybe not to be trifled with. So you have relatively safe passage. You find yourself quickly arriving to the street that you have been looking for after long, narrowing, winding streets. At one point, maybe these street patterns followed some sort of plan, but as time has gone on and more things have been added and such, you can tell that city planners gave up on this area a long time ago. So you're heading down the street that Assembler Lane I believe is where you're looking for.
Elsemble's Lane is what I have written down.
Elsemble's Lane, looking for what you hope will be the Terrace estate. So you're now in the district. You can see a few people milling about, but most of them seem to be kind of trying to keep their distance from the tough-looking group that you have provided. You see there's some alleys kind of moving off the side, and you can hear the sounds of voices and see moving shadows within some of them. What do you wish to do?
mean, Brock's just gonna approach somebody and ask them if they know where it is.
Okay, so we got people in various alleyways. We got some people who are trying to shrink away from you. Who tell me who do you see that you go for?
I think like as one of these guys kind of shrinks away, he's gonna like actively like he's gonna like match their direction, be like, and you're like, hey pal.
What do they look like? What draws your attention to them?
They are a halfling, sort of a little bit out of place in such an environment, but a closer examination reveals they are very canny and clearly know what.
What do they look like?
Okay,
you can't tell me their personality. You can tell me what
Sure.
they look like. Though. What drew your attention? They're a halfling.
Part of their hair is shaved on one side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, wonderful. So, you see this halfling who sitting on a stoop.
Yeah.
And head kind of half shaved. You can see that there's a number of tattoos.
Yeah.
Kind of intricate tattoos kind of leading across the shaved portion of the head. Their hair on this side is actually like woven into braids. Really intricate braids, and they've got surprisingly deeply tanned skin, despite the lack of sun that comes down here. And their hands seem like worn leather. And as you approach, it gives you kind of a look.
Hey pal, I'm looking for the Terrace Estate. You got any idea where that might be?
The Terrace Estate?
That's the
What's
one.
it worth to you?
How's a silver sound?
Silver? Silver sounds good.
All right.
Of course, if you're that quick to offer, perhaps 2 silvers even better.
How about we start with 1 and see what we know?
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. Not my forte at all. 15.
Okay. As you offer the silver coin, he immediately snatches it up and flicks is moving around his fingers here, and goes, "Yeah, all right. You're looking for the Terrace Estate?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking to get in on some entertainment, I bet.
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, you roughed up a little bit. You look like you've seen some things.
Well, seems like I might fit right in.
Terrace Estate's right over there, about 2 houses down, friend.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But you ain't getting in there if you don't know the password.
Oh yeah. How about that 2 silver?
Oh, I'd love 2 silver.
Yeah, okay. I'll just hand him the other coin.
Takes the silver and now has them both and pockets them both. Goes, pleasure doing business. Nods to you and nods to you and goes back to staring off into space, grunting.
That password?
I didn't say any of the password. I just said you had to have one.
Okay.
He got you.
He did.
While the rest of you are listening and watching this conversation, you know that there is that in one of the nearby alleyways, you can see that there are 2 people with like hoods over their heads. They look like they are poring over someone is lying there on the ground. It looks like they're starting to go through their pockets in the alley there.
I'm gonna approach and be like, "Hey, what we got here?"
Okay, you head across the street and approach.
I'll be following behind her.
Is anybody else going to follow? We should just mention that at the same time. So you're going to follow too? Okay, so the 2 of you head across the street. As you do so, go ahead and give me an intimidation check real quick. Let's see how they react to you.
That's way better. 18.
18? Say what?
3.
Ooh, okay. I'll say yours is pretty good. So they're going to go ahead. They beat feet real quick upon seeing you. They beat feet, and you see a couple of coppers just scattered to the ground there. But they beat feet down the alleyway, leaving the person lying there.
Approach the guy, try to wake him up.
They're not waking up. You see they're kind of wrapped in a blanket.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I can't leave him here. I'm gonna try to put the money back in his pocket and like prop him up and.
Yeah, you notice that there's a smell. There's a smell coming from this man, or presumably man.
I check. I try to do like a field check. This thing dead?
Well, this person is dead. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
as you pull
it's
back,
wrapped up, so I haven't gotten a good
as
look.
you pull back the blanket, as you pull up the blanket that's like kind of covering the face, you see that it's a corpse. It's a person who's been dead for at least who's been dead for probably a couple, if not a couple of weeks, probably.
Well, then I'm
Okay,
going
you
to
can
take
put
that
that
copper
back
back
down.
out. Bold as kids.
Sure. So you arrive back to the rest, and you eventually these two kind of come back from their situation.
All right. Well, we know where it is. Apparently, there's a password that we need to get in, though.
Nothing could ever be simple.
Not sure who told you about that.
I mean, we could probably case out the place and listen on conversations. Maybe they say it by
Yeah.
accident.
Not a bad idea. Or if all else fails, money talks.
Yeah,
down
when
here.
it does talk. So, it's pretty easy to drive someone down here.
Shockingly, actually.
Well,
All right, so head there, see what we can listen out for. All right, let's do
that
it.
works for me. Just, keep out of sight if you can.
Yeah, I'll try. I guess I'm gonna at least be sneaking ahead to try to listen in to see if I can figure out the password from like listening to people trying to get in.
Okay, so you start taking down the street to get it to first get a look at the place,
Right.
And you see what you believe to be the Terrace Estate. The Terrace Estate is a 2-story estate that has been turned into what appears to be kind of a modest apartment residence. You can see that there is a light. There's light coming from some curtain windows. We see slivers of light in the bottom, in the windows on the bottom floor, and then a window on the top floor. Looks about like this place right here in the middle there.
Okay.
So if you want to go and put your mini kind of where you're at here, there's not anybody ambling towards it or anybody sitting there. But how do you proceed?
I want to proceed up stealthily to try and see if I can locate an entrance, get close to it enough to hear someone trying to get in. But you're saying there's no one about trying to get in.
Not yet. You don't see anybody standing at the door right now offering a password or anything. So
then I would like to try to get this alley back in between here, which looks like there's still like an ample way of getting, like being able to hear someone trying to come in through the door.
Okay.
I want to be able to hide back in there and try to listen in.
Okay, so your goal is to wait. Your goal is you're going to go to the alley and you're just going to wait until somebody comes to the front door. Am I understand that that's your plan?
I'm waiting for someone to come up. Yeah.
Okay, and what are the rest of you doing while she's doing that?
I feel like we can probably afford to. If nobody comes by within the hour, then maybe we'll look at another avenue. But I feel like maybe casing the place for an hour is not a bad call.
Okay. Make a stealth check, please.
I would like to reroll these.
That's gonna be mine.
Waiting for you.
Oh, same exact thing. That's gonna be a 12.
Well,
You said you were into that?
Yeah, that's side alley.
Okay, sure.
I don't know, as far back as I can get out of sight.
okay. All right. After about an hour, you note that a gnoll is walking kind of down the street and starts to head. Starts to kind of turning, kind of heading across the street. Kind of walking down the sidewalk, heads across the street over here, kind of making their way towards that. Towards that location.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't seem to notice you.
Sweet.
As they, I'm sorry. Where you
Yeah,
guys
where are
you're
we?
waiting? Where are you? I did ask that. Yeah. So, where are you?
I mean,
Trying to look unassuming, just on the side of the street. We'll just.
A lot of other tough-looking folks just
Yeah.
hanging out on the street.
yeah, I think he'll just be kind of leaning against the wall of this smithy here.
Sure. Everybody gives me a performance check. Yes.
I knew I took proficiency in this for
20.
something.
Not
16.
Oh yeah. 18.
Nobody seems to find what you've chosen to do to be suspicious. So, a Knoll heads up to the front door. I want you to go. You can see from across the street that as he heads up to the door there, he knocks on the door and then a slit opens up in the door itself. And you can see that he's conversing with someone in there. I want you to go ahead and give me a perception check. Let's see if you actually hear what's being stated.
That's gonna be 17.
Okay. You hear the Knoll growls, the red hand was hot. And the window slides shut, and the door opens, and the Knoll is admitted inside.
Okay. I then go back towards Bardem. Since no one's out, I'm gonna...
Well, Bardem isn't a person in this game.
I'm so sorry. I go back towards Brock.
Okay, wonderful.
And
that's a different game.
and I'm gonna motion.
You have to travel across the sea to get to that guy.
Everyone to come back and like relay what I believe the password to be.
okay. We'll follow you in then.
I heard the red hand was hot tonight.
The red hand was hot and
Hot.
I'm gonna sort of like wrap my arm around Colton's arm if I can and look like, because I look like a college student. Like maybe I found a bad boy down in the lower wards. That's like we're going on some adventurous new dates.
As we're walking up, was it my boy's chum finally that won you?
Funny enough, I actually take cue from that and I go, and tear the sleeves off.
Oh. Feeling dangerous tonight, are we?
People on the street are kind of looking at you oddly as you start tearing your clothes off in the middle of the street. But they tend to keep to their business. It's lower Dura. You don't
ask questions.
I'm going to at least discreetly hide my dagger on myself as I'm approaching.
Give me sleight of hand. Actually, hold on. We'll hold that. Actually,
okay.
We'll hold that
Okay.
if it matters.
Right. Okay. So I walk up to the door and knock I'm confidently like I'm supposed to be there.
Okay, who's joining her?
I will be, yeah.
Yeah, say we're with
Okay, sounds good. You see a set of like ghoul, like red eyes. When I say red eyes, what I mean is like their irises are like a bright red. And you hear a voice call from beyond the door. What?
The red hand was hot.
He goes, come again.
The red hand was hot.
Who are you?
I'm here. I'm trying to get into this.
How did you hear about this place?
Heard it from a guy sitting on the street.
What she means to say is we're looking for some entertainment and we heard this is the place to find it.
No, I think you're lying. And shunk, the door closes. Or the window closes. You gave the password wrong. So he turned you away.
Okay.
So going in the front door that way is not going to work, it turns out.
Okay. Well, I see that there are other windows, right?
There are other windows. That is correct.
I'm going to move to one of the more discreetly positioned.
Well, you're standing on his front porch. And he's well aware.
I'm going to move to a more discreet one.
I want. Let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
The person inside the house is well aware that somebody who shouldn't be here is now sitting on his front porch.
Okay.
So go ahead and how about everyone go and give a perception check real quick? Let's just make that easy. Actually, what's your passive perception? Let's just make that easier.
16.
Anybody have a passive 15 or higher?
16.
Yeah, you can see that that one of the windows kind of the curtain kind of peeks open, and you're being watched right now. At least for the moment.
Okay, so you pretend to leave?
Wherever that window is, like, viewing at, I find a wall, and I comfortably lay my back against it and sit down and just stare back at him. We just want in. Give us 5 minutes.
Okay.
Using him, what RJ is doing as a distraction, I am then going to look like I'm leaving, but backpedal into, like, down one of the alleyways to get to a discreet window that I can try to climb up and see if I can open.
I suppose the three of us will also make the walk away act.
I'm latched onto you, so if you're walking away, I'm walking with you.
We'll walk away.
Okay. I would also like to leave the porch. Yes. Deidre's already doing something, but I don't know.
What do you want to do?
I feel like maybe we should take a step back and come up with a more solid plan.
What are you thinking?
Well, they know at least 2 of our faces now. Probably all of them.
You notice that a red light appears in one of the upper windows.
What kind of red light?
A red candle or so.
Okay. Maybe we have this conversation away from the building.
Yeah, good call.
So we relocate to probably another couple houses down.
Sure. Are you still?
Yeah, I'm still basically posted as a sentry for ourselves. I figured they will figure something out. And
still staring in the window.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you and do you still try to find a way to break in, or are you going off with them?
I'm still trying to find a way to break in.
Okay.
Because
then the one thing is about that is because you somehow jumped into that conversation after you said you'd already gone away. So you're out of this conversation. You three head off in a different direction.
Yeah.
Move a couple of houses down. So we're looking at you three right now.
All right. Well, he's gonna try and do the thing. What do you think?
I think if our goal is to get into the place, our best bet of doing that is to... I don't think we're going to be able to just slip past however many they got in there. It's a house with presumably a decent number of people in there.
Yeah. Well.
So you think So you think that we need to try and get in the front door again under another guise?
That might be our best bet.
Alright, well...
Where's... Okay, I see RJ down there. Where D? Oh, man.
I think
so. We're going to move over to D real quick. So go ahead and give a performance check. Let's see if whoever's watching through the window has bought your I'm leaving but doubling around back routine.
That's an 8.
Okay. As you leave, you come back into the same alleyway, right? You said you're trying to look for windows.
Yeah.
You come to, and then as you go down that same alley that you were hidden in before, there's no windows on that face, either top or bottom. As you move around the back, you can see that there are some windows, kind of lining the back on the bottom floor with one on the top floor. But you do note that that as you approach, you see that there is someone in the window. You notice that there's someone in the window. It's like a hand pull back and then let go as you're entering the alleyway. So somebody seems to know you're here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you still want to proceed?
Yeah, I'll go back with the group.
Okay. So you head off. You see that she is now leaving.
As she does, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't carry a lot on me, but I do carry some coin, and I just open up my pouch. This is a squalor place. I start flipping a single gold.
So as you're flipping a single gold, you note that as you flip a single gold, you note that there are a number of figures walking your direction. You see 4 gnolls heading down the street. Now you guys are on the opposite side. You guys have headed down a few houses, so you're a bit of a direction away. And you see a group of gnolls, 4 of them, are headed right to head right up to you, and along with them is a very large figure. We're talking probably about 8 feet tall, just towering over, big, knotty muscles, a sloped brow, beady little eyes, and you can see in his hand he's got just a big, thick club. Right, it's like definitely ochre-blooded, and they approach you, and they sort of semicircle around you as they're walking in, and you and the one of the gnolls steps forward and goes, "Hey there, pal.
Hello.
You're bothering our friends, it seems, across the street. Perhaps you should consider moving."
I mean, I can do that. I'm just trying to see if I can get in. I don't understand why it's that hard.
I think the door's closed to you. This isn't your neighborhood. I think you do a little bit better in the black, in the ash black district. Is that what they call? Where do they put the robots? I think they like to be called golems. That's right, golems. Where the golems go. Yeah, where the golems can go. Yeah.
You'll probably wait for that, but my compatriots that were here would like the entertainment that's in this place, and we have good pay for the people in there. So
go ahead and give me an insight check real quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Would this be a sense motive or just a straight?
This is sense motive.
With that. 10, 12. 12.
As you are mid-sense, you are caught by surprise when the ogre-blooded fellow steps forward and reaches out to grab you, grab you around by your shirt collar here. So this is going to be, I believe, with grapple, it's you need to make a strength or dexterity saving check. I believe, right? Check. Saving throw. You need strength or dexterity saving throw, whichever one you want.
Okay.
I'm going to say with the surprise that they get, you have disadvantage on this roll.
Okay.
That's the benefit I'm going to give to them.
That'd be that one. So that'd be an 18.
Okay. He kind of grabs you by the steps forward, grabs you by the shirt collar, and kind of shoves you back. But you manage to kind of kind of push him off, just and he lets go of your shirt there. But he's like, now you have this ogrekin right in your face, kind of looking down over you, and you see the kind of the what little light is reflected off of through candle through a nearby window, kind of glinting off the eyes of the gnolls. So really, you kind of just see their eyes are like looking at you around, and the one says, "Oh, friend, we're not asking you, and we're not looking to hear your sob story. Move on, or you'll find yourself stuck here for fucking ever. You get it?" Yeah, somebody thinks it's a negotiation. Somebody thinks he has power or words here that people want to hear. You ain't welcome.
Okay. And he puts his back to the wall and kind of walks, trying to keep them all in his view. And he walks. And then once he's out of it, he stays watching them, but walks back.
Yeah. So you, you guys can hear the sound of a scuffle kind of down a few houses. So you look at it and you can see a group of figures kind of watching as RJ is sort of kind of making his way over your direction. These figures, these gnolls and this ogre, go and sit on the porch of the sit on the stoop of the terrace estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're gonna be loud.
Do we want to beat our way in?
I do.
I mean, I don't mind.
Listen,
He's a big ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as a pretty physically imposing individual, but that guy down there, don't think we should fight him unless we have to.
I mean, why don't we just shoot him from afar and let him keep running towards us, and then keep moving back?
I hate to tell you, as someone who tends to use that strategy, they get close to you a lot quicker than you expect, and then it hurts.
Right,
also,
so how do we?
At that point, they're probably going to raise the alarm of the people inside the building, who will then,
come out of the building,
or just keep it locked down and get ready to repel an assault.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
Are there any other besides this building, the buildings around here, do any of the others look like they may be businesses?
No, this entire district appears to be
It's all
pure,
residences.
it's all tenement housing.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And none of them, because I knew this was a tenement house, but it's been converted. Didn't know if anything else looked like it might be converted the same way or not.
They're all old estates or mansions or like personal towers have all been converted to tenement apartments, right? So yeah, they are all retrofitted. This is a residential zone.
Well, do you guys know anybody down here we can talk to about another way to get in? Or if they know people that can get us in?
I mean, I don't know anybody that comes to mind, personally. I mean, we could try to lure them away from the porch and then break in. Then you don't have to deal with the big ogre kid, but...
Yeah, but they seem like they've got a tight watch on pretty much the whole street anyway. We try to sneak in, they're probably going to be expecting something. Plus, they've seen at least a couple of us, so if we get inside and they see you or Brock, they might realize you're not supposed to.
Oh, I'm just saying, if we're going in,
Expecting
we're gonna go in
something.
loud.
Expecting something.
Like a shipment of magic weapons.
Right, I was about to say.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh!
I was kind of wondering why we didn't mention
Why didn't we
Amerigos.
open with that?
Yeah.
Like, full on, like, hat up, like, oh!
Yeah.
Did we screw that up?
Well, I mean, we can't go in the way we are now.
As a reminder, also, you I don't know if as a reminder, the Terrace Estate, you had heard of this before. The Terrace Estate was known to you specifically as a place to go if you needed to get patched up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where did I get the underground gladiatorial thing
The
from?
note. Because the
Oh.
note mentions
They patch up the gladiators.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This place has a lot going on, it appears.
Yeah.
Cavallo wants the full bundle of weaponry delivered to Terrace's estate on Elsmouth Lane no later than 2 days from now so that it can be sent down to headquarters with the next gladiatorial audience. Don't
Got
be late. She's looking forward to seeing some exotic gutting.
I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna walk down the street. I'm gonna hold this up and be very irritated. Be like, hey,
What are you doing?
Real quick. I want to make sure I understand what's happening here.
Yeah.
What is your plan with this?
my
Just so I
plan is to
understand where you're
present
going.
this is look, I got sent here to talk about a delivery, and I don't care what the hell, but past what I was given, I gotta do my job. I know you gotta do your job. I gotta do my job. Basically.
And your job is so your goal here is to pass off that you are making a delivery, right?
That we are trying to.
You don't have anything to deliver though, from what anybody's seen. So I'm just making sure I understand. Is that the plan you want to go with?
I'm trying to make it look like I have questions about the note and making sure that we can get a seamless delivery to whoever this Kabbalah person is.
Alternative, we stage a fake. We create a fake delivery of some sort that we bring.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. We just need to get a big box.
Yeah, just get a big box. Be like, hey, here's a note. We got here a purpose to be here. He's right though. We need. She's right. We need something to bring with us. Otherwise, we have a delivery. Well, where is it? Oh, it's in my magic pockets that I have.
Especially because
Yeah, I wasn't
watched
acting like we were having the delivery. I had questions about the delivery because I knew we didn't have anything.
Can I be the delivery? I sure damn look like a weapon, and they sure think I am in the weapon.
I think they're looking for specific weapons, not a warforge.
Yeah.
They don't treat me as a warforged, they treat me as a golem.
But they're looking for a weapon.
I think they know what a warforged is.
They didn't.
I think they were being rude, RJ.
Yeah.
I think they would be intent.
Do I know of, being from Lower Dur, do I know of a weapons place that's around here?
You would need to go to another district. Yeah.
I know one district over.
Are we close to your home?
Yeah, Malian's Gate's just up north. One
Right.
district over.
If you know somebody, it ain't that far of a walk.
Might also give us. It will take time for new disguises for all of us.
Yeah, that's true.
But if we're thinking that we need a fresh look, also, did we take a short rest when we went?
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys had a short rest in the inn.
In the tavern, that's what I.
Yeah,
that's what
I
assumed.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
Now, I will say it is getting later on in the day. So if you're going to want to be traveling through districts and then come back, your odds are you're going to be looking at coming back well into the evening at this point. So, which is perfectly fine, but I want to make sure that we're all understanding that we're now diving into the nighttime.
That being said, then, do we want to maybe take a day, freshen up, get disguises, give 24 hours for them to maybe forget our faces?
Let the heat die down a little. Yeah.
Because who's to say the same doorman's going to be working every night?
That's a good point.
So I think, as much as I hate to make us waste any more time, waiting 24 hours, setting up a nice little box sealed with some pretty shiny weapons and looking a bit different, might not be a bad idea.
Is the letter snippet dated?
No.
Is it?
No, it's not dated. Well, I mean, we did have a timeline with this one.
Also,
Yeah,
I know...
we never knew when it was dead or not.
Unless, does anyone know about these gladiatorial fights, and do they have a schedule?
I mean, I don't know about them. I know of them, but I couldn't tell you.
I mean, we could, as we're leaving and heading back to our place, if we are going to take a night, we could see if as we're walking by, we could find someone that might know.
Well, that would be the gather information thing, which takes a few hours to do. I will point out that each of you have contacts for a specific reason to help in situations like this, where if you don't want to burn a lot of time.
I mean, I can go try and find Lloyd.
He is a guy who seems to have his ear on the ground of the criminal element, specifically in Lower Dura.
Yeah.
That does seem to be his kind of specialty there.
That is true.
I just didn't
Also,
know
you
what
have
they
family
were
who works in the area, too.
Who run a smithy.
A smithy in the area, yes. So it sounds like you have the pieces you need.
Yeah.
The question is, are you willing to pull the trigger and use
Yeah,
them right now?
I'm going to go find Lloyd then.
So we head to Malian's Gate for Lloyd and your family.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you head to Malian's Gate. Malian's Gate is a district just, as you mentioned, just north of the Gate of Gold. It is even worse than the district than the Gate of Gold, in that the homes here are just basically kind of shacks built amongst rubble and or like a ruin. The homes that the former structures that were here were never nearly as nice as what was found in the Gate of Gold. And the entire district is populated almost exclusively by goblins and goblinoids. You see hobgoblins, bugbears, goblins, half-breeds of sorts, all kind of milling about. You all stick out like a sore thumb. You're getting a large number of looks, but the presence of Brock seems to stay that a little bit. And you, having been raised here, as well, or do we determine do we end up determining that you live somewhere else? Because this is again a goblinoid slum.
I basically attached myself when I was old enough to Lloyd.
Yeah. Okay. So where are you? Now you want to look for Lloyd, and you want to go by your family's home. So who's going with who? It sounds like we're splitting up. Okay. So the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you are going to go head over to your parents' house, and then the two of you are going to go look for Lloyd. Okay. Where does Lloyd usually hang out?
I mean, traditionally he's going to be hanging around towards the evening, the Greasy Spoon.
Greasy Spoon. Okay, so you head over to the Greasy Spoon. We'll go ahead and start with you two. So you guys head over to the Greasy Spoon. You see there's a number of goblins there, and lo and behold, there's Lloyd sitting at the bar, poking at a bowl here, and kind of giving some sharp words to the person behind the bar, kind of stirring the soup. I told you I have a pine nut allergy. I thought we said no more pine nuts. No more pine nuts. You gotta put them to the side. You gotta put them to the... Hey, says the bugbear, with the one-eyed bugbear running, or kind of stirring the soup. Hey, you don't tell us what to put in here. You don't tell us what to put in here, buddy. All right. You don't tip. Why do we? I tip if you stop putting the pine nuts. Oh, hey! My friend here, my high-up friend with money is here, huh? This guy's putting pine nuts in the soup.
Look, I'll give you 2 silver not to put pine nuts in the thing for a week? Ever?
He goes, deal, fawn.
A what?
Fawn, deal.
Oh, there you go, 2 silver.
Fucking cotton in ears. He takes the coins and he starts looking through the soup and just reaches in with his whole hand and just starts scooping out fucking pine nuts and dumping them on the floor. Nobody else seems to notice. Lloyd comes,
RJ is chuckling.
spins around and goes, I'm not actually allergic to pine nuts. I just don't like the taste of them. But hey, hey, whoa, who's this? Yeah, big tall of metal. What's going on, pal? Oh, is that like knocks on your shin? Ting, 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 ting. Is that real steel?
This is Lloyd.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Is that real steel, eh?
Yes.
Ooh, you were able to hire a Warforged bodyguard.
No. He's a friend.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, trading up on friends too, huh?
No, I'm not trading up on friends. You're always my friend. He's now my new friend.
I ain't self-conscious about it. It's a joke, honey.
Okay. Oh, whatever.
I don't sit crying into my pillow wondering why the little rich human girl doesn't come down and hang out with me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Does he actually
Does
cry?
he actually worry?
No. Absolutely not.
I just wanted to make sure I...
Absolutely not. No. What can I do you for? You didn't come all the way down here for the pine nuts.
Actually, I came down here. I gotta ask you a question.
You always have a question. What's your question this time?
What's the gladiatorial audience stuff? Do you know
the gladiatorial audience stuff? Wow, real specific.
Listen. Just read the note. Tell me what you can get from it.
Fuck, do you mean read
just
the note?
Read the note.
Read the note. Oh, I can't read, as most people can.
All right. Okay. Fine. Cavallo
You're fucking kidding me?
A full bundle of weaponry delivered.
You think we got like school teachers like hanging around me like, hey, everybody, look to read.
I need you. Do you know the terrace estate? Do you know what that is?
Everybody knows the fucking terrace estate.
All right. So Cavallo wants.
Oh, whoa! Keep your mouth. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, but you can't read. So.
Oh, okay. So let's just flash those. Fucking. He puts down a copper and like slides it across the bar, and he like hops down, and he starts pointing away, like trying to get you away from this area. Right. The bugbear, by the way, bites into the copper and then immediately goes through. It turns out it's wood. And Lloyd goes.
So she's like this with all her friends.
Fucking stupid,
right?
Good lord! Yeah, Cavallo, do you even know who you're talking about here?
I fucking don't know who I'm talking about. That's why I'm coming to
Cavallo's
see
the leader of the leader of Dask, you idiot.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Wait, and don't go flashing that name around. That's not a name people flash around. That's a name that gets attention, the wrong kind of attention down on you. Oh, good lord!
Good, I'm glad I got your attention now, so you're not gonna kick by my ass when I try to ask you a question. I need to know.
No, but someone's gonna fucking stab you when you go around asking questions. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
what are you mixed up with that with Cavallo for?
You remember the job that took me upstairs? Remember the job that made me go up there?
No, I don't keep that much tabs on your life. Okay. Get to the point.
Anyway, they're expecting a delivery from the Terrace Estate, and it's based on 2 days.
Hold on. They are expecting delivery. Dask?
Who are they should not be named. That person, that name, is expecting a delivery.
It's not fucking Voldemort from that play that we saw.
But you don't want me to
Scary Potter.
Yeah, but you...
The wizard boy who lives on high and kills people like me. No.
What?
Yeah, the horror. Yeah, you know.
People like you?
Scary Potter, yeah.
No, whatever.
What do you mean? What?
Fucking zone in. Please, focus in.
All right. I'm the one who's lacking focus. You're right, it's me.
Oh my god, Lloyd.
Which one? You found religion now?
Okay, hold on. Let me give it a try.
Yeah, let's talk to somebody maybe reasonable who doesn't say.
There's a very dangerous person that leads a very dangerous group that's expecting weapons.
Yeah, Cavallo. The point is,
yes, I know.
It's not poison. Say the word. Just don't say at a bar.
Okay, I was getting there though.
Yeah, sure.
We need to get to her. I understand that's a bad choice. We'll get to that in a minute. But we need to get to her. She's expecting a weapons delivery within the next couple of days, close to the gladiatorial fights. We need to know the
Hold on
schedule
one
of the
second. It's
gladiatorial
actually
fights.
very insulting that you keep waving that at me. Again, I can't read. I'm sorry I'm not as well learned. I didn't go to a special military school like you.
When is the gladiatorial fights? When is it?
So, the only time frame we know she's expecting it was hopefully within the most recent gladiatorial fights. But we don't know when those are.
Okay, first of all, you guys got to understand. You think there are more than one pit fighting rings around, okay? There's not just the one. So when you guys keep saying the, as if there's only one, you're so privileged up on... Hold on.
Heals for...
Hold on for a second. because you have things that you think are fact, and I am going to dispel you of these disillusions. First of all, Cavala's leader desk. I don't know what the fuck is got you mixed up with that. And I sure as hell have no idea what that has to do with the Terras Estate. The Terras Estate is where you go when you don't have the money to pay for people up on high, like the fancy dragon-marked houses. It's run by Kiln Trigos. He's a weird fella. Some say he's a healer of vivisectionist, right? Cuts people up and stuff. Weird stuff. But apparently he knows what he's doing. You know, he drains you of the humors and whatnot. All right. He's a healer. I don't know what you're talking about with that. I don't know what you mean about the gladiatorial combat.
Real quick before we get to that, then why does it take a password, and why does he have a gang of gnolls stopping people from getting in?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And again, you're asking this like I'm hiding something from you. I'm not. The password thing is, Kiln operates under the radar. There are laws in the city of who's allowed to cut people up and drain them of their humors, right? Right? The Dragonmark houses have a stranglehold over that kind of thing.
Nobody cares what's going on around here, just like nobody cares what goes on in the sewers, just like us.
Nobody cares except... So... The Dragonmark has a healing, right? Jarasco, right? They're halflings, right? Yeah, and you may not know this, but one of the largest criminal organizations in Sharn are the Boromar clan. You heard of them?
Yeah.
Halfling. Yeah, okay, there you go. Now, are you starting to put the connections here? Yeah. Because some believe that House Jarasco and Clan Boromar may have some connections, because, old family, but from, way back when, from the old country, Talent of Plains, okay. So, healers who aren't registered with the Jarasco mark tend to not do so well down here. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's not just about the presence. It's about the presence, if you catch my drift, all right? Now we're on the same page. Okay, so the deal is you need a password, right? Any kind of down here knows exactly what the password is. It's simple. Hold on, I have it written down around here somewhere. Red hand. Yeah, you gotta tell them, I heard the red hand was hot. You gotta say it, but you gotta say it like that. Because let me say it to you, because you always leave words out, and that always got you in trouble. That always got us in trouble. I heard the red hand was hot. Say it back to me. I heard
the red hand was hot.
Okay, not the red hand is hot, right? Not that red hand is hot. It's gotta be, I heard the red hand is hot. And that's how you let them know that you need healing. Right?
Yes.
That's what you gotta do. You give me that look.
No, I'm listening.
You're listening, but you give me... but your eyes say something. Did you go to the Terrace Estate?
No.
Yes.
No, you mentioned Knowles. You mentioned Knowles. You did.
No, we just saw them. We didn't do anything.
You did.
No, we didn't go there.
We
didn't go there.
No.
RJ, we didn't go there.
We could spend an hour playing through this game before you pretend like you're not, but your eyes are... Well, your eyes are made of glass, it looks like, but I can't really read you as well. But you're giving me that. You're lying to me, and I don't like being lied to. No. So did you go... You went to the Terrace Estate, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Did you let her say the password?
Yes.
She said she knew it.
She left the words out, didn't she? You left words out, didn't you? This happens every time. That's why I don't invite you on jobs anymore. Except for the little couples in the marketplaces. Those are the ones you can come along, but not the big ones. No. These little details, they're real important. Look, I don't know. Rumor has it that there are some gladiatorial events with Dask. Okay, there's big ones, right? Big shows, right? There are safe houses. They say that there are safe houses you can go to that'll get you entry into these gladiatorial matches, right? A lot of the boys and girls like to talk about it afterwards, right? Me, I don't get into all that blood sport stuff. It ain't my thing. It ain't my bag. Right? Now, if Kelm Trigos is mixed up with this, I don't know anything about that. I know nothing about that. I steer clear of Dask. All right? I don't mess with all of that. I'm not in on that. I'm not in on that whole, monster blood is best blood. I'm not in on that whole goblins are the one true superior race thing. So I don't get involved with Dakani either. All right, I do my thing. I do Lloyd's thing. Okay, yeah, we're catching on to this, right? Right? So I can't tell you if Keln, he's a tiefling fella, right? He's got big horns and stuff, but he's involved in tasks. I wouldn't be too surprised to hear that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay.
That makes sense. So you're saying...
But I would imagine... Sorry, one more thing. If Keln was involved with the gladiatorial stuff, right? If he's involved with all that, my guess is the password for that would be different than the password for the I need help.
Probably.
Yeah, 2 different passwords. That's my guess. I don't know. I'm not involved.
Well, it seems like you have your ear to the ground. She speaks highly of you. Do you know somebody we may be able to talk to that might know that? Or a direction we can lean towards?
Yeah, there is a place, but a candy store, actually just a few blocks from here. Yeah.
Oh, Sweet Nick's?
Not Sweet Nick's.
Which one
No,
is it?
Sweet Nick's a sweet guy. No, he's a sweet old man. I don't think he's involved in any criminal element. Well, then again, I don't think he's paid his taxes in a few years. So, depends on what the real criminal is, you think, right? Or confectioners.
What? Warm confections?
This is why she can't do the password. Do you hear this? You hear this? I say the words! I say the words!
I heard the red hand is hot. I got you.
What did he say just now?
He was a confectionist.
Okay, you didn't hear it either, so I'll say it again.
Thank you.
That does not absolve you. No. What I said
He said he
was...
didn't pay taxes.
Orb confectioners.
Confectioners.
They make eye-based candies. Yeah, so people say that they may be involved with, the monster's eye. You know what I'm saying? Real on the nose kind of shit there. Orb confectioners. Eye-based candy shop. All right? You get it? All right, I want to go enjoy my soup now. Well, now I can't because I'm pretty sure he figured out that that's a wooden coin. So I need to go find somewhere else to eat.
Do you need here? I give him a copper, like a real one, so he can pay for his meal.
This is the tip. What are you talking?
Well, fine, eat silver.
See you later.
See you later,
buddy. All right.
Take a short break.
We're going to go ahead and take a short break. So, the 3 of you head over to your parents' shop.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that place called again?
Oh God, I had it written down somewhere. Jeez. Oh, the Glint in the Gutter.
Glint in the Gutter.
Yeah.
Glint and the Gutter?
In
the Glint in the Gutter. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, Glint in the Gutter. Okay, so the 3 of you, head to the Glint in the Gutter. Inside, you can see that this shop is starting to close. Like it's getting late. You know that they're about to close up shop pretty soon.
I'm going to stop them before we go in and say, okay, before we go in, we haven't really talked about this. What do I call the 2 of you? Regular names, not colors.
I dropped the Amy disguise.
Okay.
Well, do they know that you are part of the White Stag? That you are co-owner of that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I guess we have been using your names for
so
that.
So yes, they just know us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All names are fun.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, what's one of the best things we were taught? Sometimes the best cover stories are the most obvious ones.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Sorry, I'm just nervous. It's
That's fine.
Okay.
We are co-owners, the tavern, and an adventuring company, the White Stag.
Good to meet your parents.
Okay.
I'm very excited, by the way.
If she asks if you want to see my early work, you say no.
Of course!
You say no.
Oh no, mate.
Of course I want to see.
Okay.
That's how you see your growth. Just looking at all of it.
The lights are starting to be put out in the shop.
They're closing up shop. We got to go in.
All right.
Yeah, I will walk in the front door.
You hear the little telltale ding.
Yeah.
Allowing you to walk in the shop, and you see as you walk in, it's a blacksmith shop. You can see that there are a few weapons here and there, but mainly pots and pans and other metal objects. Buckets of nails, various tools like hammers and such being sold. There's not a large variety, as it is a small store in a rundown area. And you see going out and putting out lanterns is a very large bugbear woman. With some gray streaks in her hair. She's wearing a nice enough dress, but over that is a leather apron that she's got tied around her waist. And as you walk in, she goes, hold on one second. I'm not. Oh, Brock, my baby boy.
Hi,
Rudy, our baby boy is back. And she comes over and wraps you up in a very large, big hug and gives you a big old smooch on the forehead, which leaves a big red lipstick mark on top of Brock's forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, and you brought friends! Rudy, you brought friends! I'm cleaning up and back, honey. I'll be out there in a minute. Tell Brock I said hello. I'll be out in a second.
Don't trouble yourself, Dad. It's you can.
It's no trouble, boy. It's no trouble at all. I'm just making sure all the colors are coded and in the proper places. You know how it goes.
I do.
Oh, he's very meticulous. Oh, well, hello! Hello, what's your name?
I'm Adelaide Oleander.
It's interesting. I wish my son would have introduced us, because that would have been the polite thing to do. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, I raised him right. I did. Would you like to try again, son?
Mom, these are my friends from work. This is Adelaide Oleander. This is Colton Reeves. We work together at the White Stag up in Clifftop. Thank you. And
you introduce her.
And Adelaide, Colton, this is my mom, Marlene.
Marlene, it's a pleasure to meet you. Colton does the full hat off, pleasure to meet you.
I'm Marlene, but everybody around here just calls me Mom, because I've got a lot of kids. But you can call me Marlene, because you're not my kids. Oh, and I'm so sorry, your name was Adelaide.
Yes.
Oh, a nice non-dog girl that you brought back home, sweetheart. Oh, will you be joining us for dinner?
Yeah, actually. If there was something, I actually came here to maybe stimulate the business a little bit, because I got a
business? You come back to family to talk about business after not being around for at least a couple of days. Brock, honey, sweetheart, we can talk business some other time. I need to feed you. You look like a stick. A little human stick. Oh, and you just look pale.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how long have you and Brock known each other?
About a year?
Oh, a year! A year? You've known a very pretty non-doggo for a year!
I mean, yeah. We've been working together for a while.
Working together? Oh.
Yeah.
You live at the White Stack, don't you, honey?
Yeah.
Do you also live at the White Stack?
Oh, yes, we all live at the White Stag together. We also have 3 wards.
Oh, she says.
Why are you making a big stink out of this?
You bring a girl home? You bring a girl home that you're living with? I'd never heard of her really before. It's a little bit of a...
No, we're not... No. Strictly professional.
Yes, Rooney your father would have had a heart attack had he known that you brought home a... And then she stops and goes...
Just friends.
Oh!
No, we're
Just friends and co-workers.
It's okay if you're not just friends. Except for, the whole non-da thing, but that's fine. That's fine.
Huh. Brock's one of my closest friends. Truly, but not in that way. Truly, one of
that's fine.
I'm one of his closest platonic friends.
All right, I understand. Again, it's okay no matter which way you go.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mom.
It's some people. My own mother and father. Oh boy, they did not understand the way the world works. But I'm a mother who understands the way the world works. Right? I understand that you gotta make a living. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. Heck, you should meet his father. People said that we would not be together. We would not last long, and we've been married. How many years now have we been married, there, Brock? Oh. The years just pass on by. Of course, you should have met his biological father, real piece of work. So, not everything works out, right? Anyway, yeah, come on back. We'll get some soup in the kitchen, okay? I got a nice pot. You like pine nuts in your soup?
I love pine nuts.
Pine nuts are wonderful.
Absolutely.
I donated some to the local restaurant. I had a whole bunch of extras. They seemed pretty excited to get them. So they take you back, and you get to meet to get back to the house portion. There is a kind of a back workshop, and you can see that there is as compared to the very large bugbear woman, there's a small goblin man with little spectacles on. He's got like white hair surrounding a bald pate, and he's wearing overalls and a nice white shirt that looks very clean. And he's like putting tools that are all color coded in these nice little areas. You can see the areas where you put the wrenches are actually like drawn out. And he's just making sure that they each get put where they go. And he goes, and your mother Mullen says, Rooney, stop it! You got to meet Brock's friends. And he turns around and looks at you, and his eyes seem massive in these glasses
with the spectacles. Yeah.
Goes, oh, wonderful to meet you. Hey, how's it going? I'm Brock's father. Stepfather. Technically, I know people always ask, but he's my boy. You're my boy. All right, we get that.
Dad.
Hey, how's those tools working out for you?
They're great. In fact, once we get settled in after dinner, I want to show you something I made.
You made something.
I did.
Oh, does it do the explosions?
It does. Well, okay. Okay. This one doesn't explode so much, or at least it's not supposed to. It did that one time, but no, I'll show you. It's great.
Okay. That's okay. The first couple of things I ever made exploded all over the place. The one thing I got right though, your mother. And she goes, you didn't make me. And he goes, that's not what I meant. I meant our relation. I know what you meant. And he goes, all right. They go take it back and they start prattling. As she starts ladling out soup, of course, Rooney pulls out a giant book and flips it open, and it is filled with photos, like old timey photos of Brock in diapers at various stages. So they're going through the album, showing you all the embarrassing moments. You see Brock's first shaving, and it's just Rooney trimming his mustache, Brock who towers over him as a giant teenager, trying to use a razor to cut his trim. You see there's already little bits of toilet paper all over his face. Just classic stuff.
There's entire patches missing. Yeah.
It's after you're getting the soup, but it's a decent meal. It's decent. Mullen will, after dinner is eaten, will address you. Only after dinner. No.
Yeah.
All right, honey. You wanted to talk business.
Yeah. So we are in the market for basically we need some weapons. And it doesn't have to be
weapons.
Yeah. The kind that you're selling to the
Have you ever made prop weapons like for a theater?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. They don't actually need to be sharp.
Well, the two of them give looks and then hit prop weapons. Are you talking about fake weapons? Well, that's a strange request there to ask.
It is, but Adelaide, you can explain what we're using them for, right?
Yes. So we for our adventuring company, the White Stag Company.
Very dangerous line of work.
Yes.
But very rewarding.
We need.
I'm very happy doing it.
We need to have a case of fake weapons. So that we
I hear those are very useful in Zendrek fake weapons.
The fake weapons are so that we can sort of make ourselves look more sort of intimidating than we really are, and sort of like we fit in with a rougher crowd that we're sort of trying to infiltrate.
This next client that we're talking to doesn't really I mean, Dad, I'm sure you can understand this. You're not necessarily a very physically imposing person.
Oh, no, not at all. I got arms the size of toothpicks.
Yeah. But some people make their first impressions based on how you look. So that's, if we come in to this client armed to the teeth, even if they're not real weapons.
Well, first of all, honey, if you're wanting to get weapons, we can get you those. Although fake ones, that's not typically something we have just lying around the shop. We don't make low-quality goods, And I also do want to point out something. It kind of sounds, sweetheart, like you're trying to deceive this person that may be hiring you. Oh, boy, you gotta think about this. We raised you to be an honest bugbear.
I know.
Because I remember your father, your biological father. I meant, you know who I mean. And he goes,
Yeah.
oh, no, honey, I think. He goes, oh, like to pull things like this all the time. Little jobs, little cons, he'd call them.
We're actually we're trying to intimidate the con people themselves. We're trying to call in cons. They have something that we're trying to get back for our client.
Do you need just some weapons then?
We just need weapons, really.
Yeah, that seems easy. We have those.
Yeah, I know you do. I was just saying, if you had some that you hadn't gotten around to...
Yes.
Yeah. If you had some that you hadn't gotten around to sharpening.
Yeah, to understand. Well, we have a couple of things that haven't been gotten. I'm sure we could like with a couple of things. Absolutely, for you, son, of course. And he goes, oh, of course, honey. Of course we can. This whole fake weapon stuff, I gotta tell you, any blacksmith down here that sells a fake weapon, to somebody's, that's a shop that doesn't stay open and ends up getting burned down to the ground. If you catch my meaning. And he goes, no, honey, sweetheart, that was actually very upfront. There's no entendre there. And she goes, single entendre. And he goes, sure.
Just the one.
Just the one, single. He goes, all right, well, yeah, we can certainly get you some weapons. We've got some.
Yeah, and we wouldn't be asking for free or anything. I want to make sure you're getting,
Oh, sweetheart, if this is for a job for a big boy, we can't very rightly charge it. He goes, well, honey, hold on a second. We got many other mouths to feed. And as he says that, the door to the kitchen swings open, and a number of goblins run in, grab bowls, and run out, all saying, hi, Mom, bye, Mom, hi, Brock, bye, Brock, hi, Dad, bye, Dad. And a horde of goblin teenagers run through.
Yeah, those are my brothers and sisters.
I didn't know you had brothers and sisters.
It doesn't come up that often. But yes, they're all wonderful.
All right, so you need some weapons. Weapons, right?
Yeah, just basically just a pile of weapons and a big crate to carry.
Oh, we got that for you, honey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Oh, we'll charge you the cost of the materials.
Okay. I mean, I don't want you to lose money on this or nothing. But
yeah.
It's on behalf of the White Stag, and we'll happily pay you as the White Stag of it.
Look, I'm still paying. Look, if you're still living in the house, then when and back in the day when you just gotten home from the war and you weren't really pitching in on the whole rent thing. This is this is little compared to that. He used to come over all the time. He'd say he's doing laundry, but we know he was here to visit. He's such a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. Plus, we didn't really get you anything for the couple of Christmas Christmas. What's that?
Candle nights.
Candle nights that you were gone at the war. Oh well, we just sent a couple of care packages. Yeah, but cost of materials. I won't hear anything else.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course, son. We love you. Do you want dessert? Would any of you like some desserts?
Oh, of course.
Sure, absolutely.
There's a box sitting up on the counter that she pulls out. Opens it up and brings it down. It's a bunch of donuts. A bunch of donuts in the shapes of like eyeballs. And she goes, got these from a new place down the street. Old Confectioners. Delicious, delicious stuff. Here you go. Yeah. New place just opened about a year or so ago. Yeah, pretty good.
Kind of unsettling, but
a little bit, right? Yeah. Everybody has, and he goes, hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
It's pretty good then.
All right. And they will supply you with a crate of weapons.
Sweet.
We're going to go ahead and just say, for the cost of materials, we're going to go ahead and say it's 10 gold.
Okay.
Crate of generic weapons.
I will happily pay that.
Excellent. Okay. Eventually, they of course, eventually you wrap up your business with your family, and you guys meet back somewhere after about an hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are able to put the boxes together. I like to imagine that you're putting all the stuff together while his mom is like still showing you pictures through the thing, and you yell it's time to go when she says, would you like to see his little Brock's room? We catch it just
man, we'd love to, but we really gotta go.
All right.
Well, you should all definitely come to the White Stag at some point.
A lot of posters of the ladies and the what kind of posters did you have on your wall as a kid?
Oh God. Oh, I had all kinds. It's
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. Don't embarrass the boy. When we were at that age, I had posters too.
Yeah.
And then
Of
they
your
rushed
favorite
out, so-
bands? I had a lot of favorite bands.
And then they pushed you out the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys meet back up.
As a reminder, Brock had the Dakani posters on his wall.
Oh, right.
He's the
rebellious.
Yeah, he was the D of it.
I like to imagine that it's not posters of like scantily clad men and women on on the walls. They are because it's Dakani and they're like Conan-esque battle armor and such.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's more like like the people who had like
warriors.
professional wrestlers.
There's
on the walls,
ancient
yeah.
Dakani runes on there that don't actually mean anything.
Yeah. This one means badass. Like you just see a
Actually
little
means toilet.
Yeah, you just see in parentheses toilet across
Chicken
the
with
screen.
rice.
Chicken with rice. Okay. Okay. So you guys meet back together.
Okay, well, got a big crate of weapons if we want to go that route.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We also had soup and donuts.
It was quite nice. Your family's lovely, Brock.
Thank you.
We could have had soup ourselves with pine nuts, but
Oh, they're
No,
great,
pine
right?
nuts. No, pine nuts suck. What
What?
are you talking about?
Oh well, you're banned from my house. Sorry.
Ugh, I hate pine nuts. Your mom's great. Pine nuts suck.
Don't tell her
I'm
that.
not gonna tell her that, but I did pay a guy to pull out pine nuts.
this is also coming from the person that missed the first two words of the password for us to get in. Then it's readily available to almost everybody in the area.
Oh well, wait.
But also, in order to get in for help in
Yeah.
other things, we gotta get a different password. So it's not even a password we need, so it really didn't matter much, did it?
I mean, we could have only spoken to the guy then, but yeah, that is for the healing side of it.
And none of us needed healing.
Well, Adelaide looked like she needed healing.
I looked like I was fine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
also, we brought up entertainment and stuff.
Yes, that is where we probably.
So
really
who
fucked up.
cares who blames who? We're just gonna go ahead and get this
So
fixed.
did
right
you find the new password then?
Yes.
No,
Well,
we haven't. No,
we don't have.
a new
We don't have the
password.
fight password, but we found a place that might be able to help us.
It's called
Okay.
Orbs Confectioners.
They made the donuts.
The eyeball donut place.
The Eye Confection place. Yeah, apparently it's run by somebody that could be part of this.
Ah,
It's apparently new though in the
yeah,
area.
what a coincidence.
It's so funny.
But it sounds pretty.
That is so funny.
Sounds like it may be of questionable leadership.
I mean, I guess we won't know until we go take a look at it.
Correct.
But probably not. I mean, it's getting pretty late. I doubt this.
Oh yeah, all the storefronts seem closed at this
Yeah.
point.
So are we gonna try with this weapon thing in a letter, or are we gonna try to get a password and go in for a
I
fight?
mean, I think we're probably going to need a different password to get in on.
I think both
Weapon
of these
business.
things are true. Yes.
Yes. So, go. I think maybe Orb's Confection is tomorrow or first thing tomorrow. See if we can see what we can see.
And who knows? Depending on how that goes, we might need the healer.
Oh man, that is how things tend to go with us.
With y'all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they
But you-
easily
but
could
you
have
like
fought
it,
an
right?
Overkin, but we walk away from it.
It's growing on me.
Hey, we
Yeah.
showed restraint though. Right?
Eh.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna go chill out
Shall
back
we...
at home and come back the
Okay.
next day.
Long rest happens.
Yeah.
You guys go home, you rest, you wake up the next day, you find yourselves getting ready for the day. You then head to, you find yourself standing outside of Orb
Okay.
Confectioners.
I do not carry the entire crate of weapons with me this entire distance. At least not for this stage.
So we're going to assume that you've left it back at
The White Stag.
White Stag.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because you're down near where you want to go.
Yeah, so
Oh,
why don't
okay.
we just
Yeah.
drop it back off of your parents and then go to Orbs?
Okay.
Then
Or
If
if
drop
they're
it.
there before we go.
Yeah. If my parents are agreeable to that plan, then yeah.
Sure,
I'll go.
you drop it off and they say, "Oh yeah, fine, it's a show. Oh, you would come back to the donut place, wonderful place for breakfast, excellent choice. Oh, you have other friends? Oh, we got to get back to work, honey." And he goes, "Oh right, I got to
I'll
open the
get you
store."
a donut!
Sure, and then you guys head to Orb Confectioners. So Orb Confectioners is a the storefront shows in the glass panes there are like sheets of sweet treats candied nuts, like donuts. Basically, it's like a candy shop.
Yeah.
All of which have little eye motifs, and the sign out front. All of this is just a swinging, big, just eyeball. But like a big donut eyeball, where like the iris is like sprinkles and such. It's a whole thing. You can see that it's early in the morning when you arrive. I guess by the time you get here, the earliest portion of the morning has passed.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting here probably I'd say about like 9 to 10 a.m.
Okay.
Right. As you
I was just gonna ask, do we want to disguise ourselves?
I think it might be a good idea. Yeah.
So I would say that we're down here. Why would we take that time?
I'm saying the first thing in the morning was because we had talked about disguising ourselves anew. Because if we're putting on the guise of the people with the weapons, and we're going to eventually go to the people who saw us yesterday.
Raise your hand if you want to disguise yourselves. We're running out of time, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, great, wonderful. You just disguise yourselves. Okay, so in 3 words or less, what are you disguised as?
A tarty woman.
Tarty woman.
A hulking half orc.
Hulking half orc.
A very like thin street performer.
Then street performer.
Scantily clad warrior woman.
Warrior woman.
Roughneck mercenary.
Okay. Okay. Disguise checks. Or no, hold on. Yeah, disguise checks. What's your because I just want to kind of point this out here. We've got tardy woman, hulking half orc, street performer, warrior woman, and roughneck mercenary. You guys are all walking into the orb confectioners together.
Maybe we should filter in one at a time. We don't really match up very well.
No.
Or
I'll stay outside performing.
Sure, sounds good. So you keep an eye on. What are you performing?
I am going to be juggling.
I love that. Okay, great.
oh my
Colton
god.
and I'm gonna.
The rest of you would probably make a little more sense. And so what I'm going to ask from you is I'm going to ask from the group. Everybody roll a disguise check. Or do you roll the disguise checks for everybody?
Yeah.
That's how we did that. Okay, so roll a disguise check for everybody real fast.
Oh, okay.
Dennis performance check.
I was just going to use my. That's okay.
Oh, did you want to use?
I was gonna. I used my disguise self device, which again had a malfunction on the first use. So that's all for today.
Okay.
What is the ability that goes on disguise? Is it
Charisma.
It is charisma. Okay. So that is for me, 17. RJ, that is 24.
My performance is a 23.
Damn.
Dee Dee is 25. Oops.
Oh no!
You are an 11. Colton.
So you guys walk into the orb confectioners. It is a small sweet shop. It's very small. It's actually, to have all 4 of you in there, it almost feels a bit cramped. You see there is a bugbear behind the counter, completely bald, white apron on, hands covered in flour. You can see from here there's another door leading to a back room somewhere, and you can see most of the trays where that would hold donuts seem to be empty because it's no longer. Because that's how donut shops work.
Yeah.
You show up any time after 6 a.m., they're all
They're
gone.
gone.
They're gone. You guys, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a nice box of something to get for my girl.
Ah, for your girl, all right.
You know, like
Well, we got candied nuts.
you got chocolates.
We got chocolates.
Think a box of chocolates would work.
Yeah, sure. You want dark chocolates? Milk chocolates?
No, I don't think her palates were fine enough.
White
for the dark
chocolates?
Milk chocolate sounds great.
There's blue chocolates?
Blue chocolates?
Yeah, blue chocolates. Everyone knows blue chocolates.
I'll. That sounds great. I'll do that.
Yeah. Hand you a box of standard blue chocolates.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
The 4th chocolate chip that everybody knows about.
Okay. Yeah.
Can
How
I?
much is that?
That'd be 5 copper.
Okay.
That's a nice box too. It's a nice box.
It is a nice box.
Can I saunter up and say, I'm looking for a box of maybe the donuts for my friends.
Donuts are all out. You'll note that they that you gotta get here early in the morning.
All right. How about the blue chocolates? A box of those for my friend Amerigo. And I'm thinking of putting a little message in them. Can you do that?
What a weird way to bring that up. He stops at that. I'm sorry. What was the name?
Amerigo.
His eyes kind of narrow, goes, and looks over all of you. Kind of takes a step back from you at that point. Kind of takes a step back from you and kind of goes, who are you?
We're sort of delivery people.
No, that ain't true. You're wearing a lot of makeup. You got a wig on, it looks like.
I don't like my natural hair color.
He's definitely giving you two the eye. He goes, I'm gonna have you explain to me right now what this is about, or things are gonna get real rough for you.
We've got a delivery we need to make. Ways over. But we were told that we need to get a certain phrase, certain password.
The person who hooked us up with the delivery was not forthcoming with it.
We're not gonna walk around looking like ourselves or something like that.
Group deception check. Not you, Sarah. You didn't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
This is not concealing emotions.
Deception is charisma.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
18.
50.
Okay. 14.
Ain't no deliveries come here.
But we're not.
But all the deliveries. Where's this delivery coming from?
It's coming from,
Galinda.
yeah, Galinda Garl.
Galinda, I ain't known Galinda to send out other runners.
She's got a lot on her plate right now.
Yeah.
You're looking for the Terrace estate.
Yeah.
You take that there. Go up to the door, you're gonna tell them the body star shines bright tonight.
The body?
The body star shines bright tonight. He's talking to you, the door opens and you little ding, and then in walks a gnoll, a rough-looking gnoll. You see a gnoll walking in. As people, by the way, should crowd around you, Dennis, and actually are like throwing money in your little hat to watch the robot street performer go.
And more, I'm trying to like get space, trying to make sure I can see the door as I'm doing.
Yeah. And you catch a little too late. That a very familiar looking gnoll walks into the door. So one that had given you a stern talking to last night walks in, so this gnoll walks in, and you see the bugbear goes, the bugbear behind the counter goes, kind of just looks at him and gives a nod, kind of stops. The gnoll stops and like looks at the four of you and looks at the bugbear, just gives him a nod, and the gnoll just kind of zooms on past to the back, and just walks into the back door. That you see as the door opens up, you can see that there's a dark room, or like there's like a staircase just leading down. Goes, all right. Goes,
Well, much obliged, friend. And I'll drop a a gold piece on the counter for him.
His eyes go real wide in the pocket of that, and he goes, "You come to me if you need any more questions."
Yeah, we'll be sure to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Just walk out.
He puts a cupcake in front of you. As you're walking out, he goes, "Hey, on the house.
Thanks.
You're skinny."
Mom always said I had that weight.
Yeah, well, she should have fed you more. And you guys are walking out with the password.
Okay.
As we get outside, hey, that's good.
You made 5 coppers.
Okay.
You're doing better than we did. We had a net loss of like 1 gold and 10 copper.
I got a cupcake.
All right. Well, we should maybe retrieve our performer there. Oh,
You guys get together, meet somewhere down.
Okay.
Are you guys heading back towards you gather the weapons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
get the thing, and then I think, knowing that we have the password and a plan, start heading back towards.
As we're about to go through the door, let's say this works. Let's say we get to the door, we give password, we get in with this.
Yeah.
What's next? I'm looking at you guys.
Well, presumably, if there is a passageway down into Kavala's lair.
Oh, we forgot to tell you. Her mentor doesn't think Kavala has anything to do with this person directly.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then it's weird that they're expecting deliveries at his place of business.
So I'm just saying. I just want to be on our toes. I want to have.
Don't go in with too many assumptions.
Yes.
I got it. Okay.
And let's make sure, once we're there, either we're talking to this guy or we're trying to find Kavala. But outside of that, if it looks clean, we need to get out of there and not fuck up. Because they got enough friends that will beat us to death.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I opened the door back up.
what door?
The one I said before we go out the door when we're grabbing the stuff.
Oh, his family's
I was
house.
like,
Okay, sure.
I stopped us to say that, and then I opened the door so we can go back.
All
And
right.
your mother leans in and kind of grabs you as you're walking out the door, and she says, "Did I hear the word Kavala?"
No,
No, Constitution's have inside her shop.
Yeah.
No,
Ma, you must have misheard. Everyone
You
knows.
better have misheard. Because if I find that you're getting mixed up with those types, oh, you know I don't allow that kind of shenanigans in this house.
Mom, I'm not Taruk.
Oh, I know you're not your father. Oh, come here. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry. And now she feels actually
okay.
guilty about
Yeah.
that. And I give you a big hug and such. And then you're free to go.
No,
Okay.
I feel guilty.
Yeah. So you guys head to Terrace Estate.
Yeah.
Okay. Who knocks on the door?
Probably should be me
I think so.
in my current half-orc guise.
Sure.
Think?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. When she gave you the, she was very uncomfortable. I can imagine with that you look like a half orc.
Oh yeah, that's.
I guess you would-
I have to.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I explained that
Yeah.
I'm testing my
Right.
devices. Yeah.
You see the little sliding door. You see the red eyes come through. And you hear password.
The body star shines bright tonight.
Shunk. Door opens and you. The door opens and beyond you see a tiefling, a purple-skinned tiefling with two ivory colored horns kind of emanating his hand. They go about a full foot above his head. Dark black hair kind of pulled back into a tight bun. His clothing is dark and somber. You can see that he is wearing a blood-stained apron. and that in his hand, he has in one hand he has a scalpel, and he gestures you in. Come in. Into the front door, and the door closes behind you. And we will go ahead and end the session there for the night.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it.
We did.
You did. Okay, that was... we did.
We got in a door.
You got in a door.
Doors have been the downfall of many a group. Or so
The amount of things you guys will do to avoid to go through a door in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, let's go ahead and, as per usual, let's break down how we're feeling about the session. So, Cassie, how are you feeling? How is your character feeling about the events of this session?
I think it's trying to. I think she's. There's a lot going on, and it's trying to really sort of bring our focus back in, because we're getting all of these like partial leads and partial information, and wanting to, if maybe this can lead to Kabbalah and lead to a stone, so that we can try and get it and move, because we're running out of time. We have 2 weeks. So I think that, concerned that there are so many threads to pull, not wanting to lose a lot of time because we don't have it, is kind of running through her brain.
Okay. We're going to you, Colin. How's Brock feeling?
Brock is feeling half excited at the prospect of being able to put a wrench in Dask's plans in the city here, and half terrified because he has heard some of the stories of what the gang does to people who cross them.
Yeah,
having lived down here for a while.
Very dangerous.
Yeah,
they are much. Yes, very, very dangerous and very violent.
Yeah, and we're walking into the hornet's nest.
Yeah, as we say, as compared to Boromar, who does a lot of legitimate business crime. Dask is very violent. Is a very violent group who typically is known for not asking questions first very often. Yeah. So. All right, Dennis, how's your character feeling about this? RJ.
So the immediate is concerned that very similar to our last, this might not yield fruit. And that just means we're chasing around tails over and over again. However, this last moment, he feels a little intrigued, being down in these different slums areas, because he's realizing the living races treat some of their own worse than they even treat those that live in his area.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh, there could be worse.
Yeah, I have to imagine this is probably the first time RJ has ever really seen this many goblinoids at once, except for when facing a Dargoon platoon.
Mm-hmm.
The Dargoon platoons would have been, well armored, well outfitted, great warriors. And then you see the goblins here, a stark contrast. They are thrown into one of the worst slums of the city, treated generally absolutely wretched, left to completely fend for themselves in a abandoned part of town that's basically been left to rot. And it's terrible how the people down here are treated. So that's interesting. That's cool that RJ caught that. Yeah. So Sarah, how's Deidre feeling about the events of tonight?
Dee is sick and tired of being distracted and fucking up because of Damani's Darren Damani. I can't say his last name ever correctly.
Darren de Madani.
Or
de Tarkanan, as he probably would be. Yeah.
Being with that woman, and she still hasn't received any information or knows anything about what was going on with that. So she's highly distracted about this whole thing, and is chalking up all of the mistakes being made to that.
I love that.
That's going on. And she is really, at this point, getting frustrated and just wants to hit something. Like she's ready for something to happen rather than all of this planning nonsense because she has other things she has to go and worry about.
Count Trigos better have hit points, Sarah.
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Got it. All right. Would you all like some healing? Fuck you, dude.
You're gonna need some healing.
You're gonna need some. Just like wow. There's a group that seems to be trying to break into the secret house, so they send some toughs to kind of like ask them to move along, and then Sarah's like, we should shoot him from down the street. Like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, this makes sense. What the fuck? When you said that, it's just like, oh yeah, that might be a problem. Then I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, because it's murder. It's murder.
It's more like, let's just do this the fast way. How long is this going to take?
Let's do this the fast way. Kill. All right, wonderful. Well, how's Colton feeling about this column?
Well, Colton was feeling pretty, this has its ups, it has its downs. We're down in Lower Dura, kind of following, my friends who are more familiar with the area's lead. But right there when we went to Brock's home, some old feelings popped up inside Colton, and he got a little, maybe there's something in my life I'm missing. So mildly distracted at the moment, but, he's in a disguise. We're in a weird place. We may die. Life's short.
Yeah.
So he's a bit distracted.
All right. Well, that makes sense. That's funny. That's interesting that you said that. Okay. Well, hey, for those of you at home, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Basements and Besties, the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. We will be seeing you in 2 weeks. Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, that's great. Also, we have a Patreon, where we've got a couple people who are now getting the Patreon, which is wonderful. Love that. And
Do we?
So for those of you at home, if you are interested in supporting us, we would greatly appreciate it. Also anybody who's on the Patreon gets access to our episodes 2 weeks in advance, so they get advanced episodes. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of a neat thing. Cool. Yeah. So all right, either way, thank you for joining. Even if you don't, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We would love to see that. And have a great evening, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time.
The body star shines bright tonight.
Come on.
All right.
Wait, hang on. In the basement.
Yeah!